Welcome back. It is Wednesday, December 4th in the NBA. My three best bets are on the way. If you are new, my name is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Thank you for tuning in. Today is one of those days that I wish I was one of the channels out there that just gave out picks. If they sucked, they just moved on from them and just didn't even address them. However, that is not the case. We are always transparent here because yesterday was our worst day I think I've ever had, an 0-6 day. Yep, you can put all the comments down below. You can say I suck, whatever. It doesn't really matter. On the season, we're still up a good amount of money. But yesterday, everything went bad. Day 6 of the ladder challenge. If you didn't know, we lost that. Giannis, we missed by one rebound. Lost to a blowout there. Cade Cunningham, same game, lost to a blowout. Jalen Brunson doesn't play in the fourth quarter. Another blowout. Jared Allen, I'm not mad. That game did have blowout written all over it. They were 16-point favorites, whatever. Jokic doesn't get the assist, which I'm fine there. And then neither team could miss. Blazers and Clippers, you're not cashing an under when both teams shoot about 50%. Yeah, an 0-6 day. We had a 14-2 run going into yesterday. So technically 14-8 run. You want me to update the title for that? No, I'm not doing that. But either way, I know it was a bad day. The only thing I can guarantee is we won't have a worse day than that. So we're going to bounce back. We're going to have a good day today. We're going to go 3-0. We're going to dive right into the picks. Look, I'm sorry we sold some bad info. Yesterday, you'd think some NBA tournament games would be competitive. We even picked pretty much all the ones that we thought would be competitive, and they weren't. Whatever. We're going to move on. Later on today, we have a couple NFL videos dropping. We have our best bets video where we go through every single game on Sunday and Monday. And then we'll have our NFL Thursday night football video drop later on this evening. Let's push on, guys. Let's get to it. Let's bring some energy. Let's have a good day. Like and subscribe. Let's dive in. Although you probably don't want to subscribe after an 0-6 day, and I understand. But hey, we can't. There's the only way to go is up. Let's dive into the first pick. Trae Young, I like his over 19.5 points, minus 125 on DraftKings. You can take the 20 plus points. This is the same exact thing. I'd probably play the 20 plus to about minus 135. And then I'd probably just take the 20.5 if that's all I got. Trae Young tonight will face the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, this is a very similar matchup to just what we just did with Cade Cunningham. I just should have just taken his points. The points cash, didn't get the rebounds and assists. Wouldn't be shocked if that's, again, the situation tonight. Will we see how much effort will we get from the Bucks is the question. They're coming off, obviously, a big game against the Pistons yesterday. Now this game doesn't mean as much, but I think they'll give you effort given they're at home. This is a game Trae has to shoot the basketball. Trae this season, has it been a good one? No. He's season low in field goal percentage and career low in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. But again, he's not playing terrible. 20.9 points per game over this line, a little over 50% of games. 5 of his 9 unders saw him shoot 12 or fewer times. Obviously, if Trae goes out there and shoots 12 or fewer times, I'm not anticipating cashing this, but this is a perfect matchup for him to be aggressive shooting the basketball. Now, obviously, Trae, I believe, leads the NBA in assists at 12.2 per game, and he has the ball in his hands a ton, obviously setting up his other teammates, but is that the best matchup to set them up? We look at the Bucks. Who does he normally pass to? He's got a lot of Clint Capella, Onyeka Okongwu. Well, the Bucks allow the 11th fewest restricted area field goal attempts, as well as the 5th lowest field goal percentage in the restricted area. So we're talking about Brook Lopez, Giannis, Bobby Portis, 3 guys, pretty good rim protectors down there. They're not giving up a lot of free lay-ins, free alley-oops, and things like that. You're going to see Trae Young have to shoot the shot tonight. If he doesn't shooting, or he's brooking every shot, whatever, we'll live with it. But again, this is a spot he should have to be aggressive scoring the basketball instead of passing. The Bucks allow the 3rd most pull-up 3-point attempts, the 4th most pull-up 3-point makes. Trae Young averages 6.3 3-point attempts via pull-ups per game. The next closest on the team, Bogdan Bogdanovic at 1.3. Again, if there's going to be a guy to shoot those pull-up 3-point attempts, it is Trae Young. And we think about Brook Lopez. He plays the drop coverage. You're going to see him in drop coverage. Trae Young will get wide open threes as often as he wants them. Just comes down to, can he knock those down? And I think he can. He's played pretty well against the Bucks in his career. His last 7 games against them. 32 on 13 of 28, 20, 21, 42, 27, 30, 42 points. So going over in every single game. There's a couple games in there where he barely squeaks over with 20 and 21 points. Let's also keep in mind DeJounte Murray was on the team in those games. And DeJounte obviously takes the ball out of Trae Young's hands. The Bucks still play the same defense, but there's not as much volume for Trae Young. This should be a spot where I think he gets easily about 15 shots, if not closer to 17, 18, maybe even 20 shots tonight. We got to take our chances there. Trae Young is over this line in 10 of 14 games this season when he shot 15 or more times, averaging nearly 25 a game. Last year was over in 35 of 39 with 15 or more shots. I think he will have those pull-up jumpers from 3. He'll have plenty of floater opportunities, given I don't think Brook Lopez is going to come too high on him and leave an easy lob opportunity to Capella. So Trae Young at the end of the day should have plenty of opportunities tonight. and I think he easily scores 20 points. At the very least, I don't know if I'll put him in the ladder. He's getting to 15. It's going to come down to, can he make some shots to get to 20 plus? I think he can. I also like Lillard's matchup on the other side. I'll trust Trae Young though tonight. I like his over in points. Give me it at 19.5. My next play is going to be an under. Now, I meant to check back before I click record to see our under record, because we've been pretty good, knock on wood. We've done a pretty good job on unders, really this season, especially the last few. If this one hits, I'll come back tomorrow with how many we've hit in a row, because it's been a pretty good season for unders. But I really like this one. It's a guy I almost took his under yesterday, but I didn't. And that's Tyrese Halliburton, under 18.5 points, minus 120 on DraftKings. Now, yesterday I was pretty close to fading Mr. Halliburton, and good thing I didn't, because it would have made us an 0-7 day. But I just had a feeling that it would show up on the road in Toronto, coming off a terrible game. I don't normally like to take guys unders in back-to-back games, because sure, it could be a bad matchup, even if they're facing the same team. Like maybe Alperen Şengün when he just played the Rock, or the, who did he play? The Blazers back-to-back days. Went under the first game. We had the under. I didn't take it the next day when they played each other again, because normally guys figure things out and they'll end up playing a little bit better. I'm cool fading Halliburton here, though. Halliburton this season averaging just 13.4 points per game on the road. Even after a big game yesterday, still only 13 a game. He's under this line in 9 of 12 road games. Now, if Halliburton goes out there and makes his shots like he did yesterday, you tip your cap. You're like, all right, whatever. You did it. But on the season, he's been pretty bad on the road. He's been all right in back-to-backs, but historically, the Pacers team over the last 2 years, a pretty bad back-to-back team. And we look at how Halliburton scores. 35% of his points per game come as the pick-and-roll ball handler. We know he has the ball in his hands a ton. The Nets rank first defensively versus those actions, and I anticipate them getting even better with no Cam Thomas and having other guys out there that are going to compete defensively. Cam Thomas, not a guy I think is really a great defender. Now, where is Halliburton scoring his points? We just talked about him a few days ago when he faced the Grizzlies. Took the under there because he scores majority of his points on above the break pull-up three-pointers. 54% of his points per game actually come from above the break threes. The Nets rank 11th defensively there. The Nets allow the second fewest above the break three-point attempts, second fewest pull-up jump shots as well, three-point attempts. So again, the ways he's scoring are not a great matchup-wise for a game against the Brooklyn Nets, who just came off a game against the Bulls. They gave up 128 points. They just didn't play good enough defense in that one. They'll probably play better defense tonight and show up. And can the Pacers show up? They're barely favored against a pretty bad Nets team, missing some guys. Could be a spot where the Pacers just don't show up with much energy. Halliburton probably going to be a part of that. But again, Halliburton's last 3 games, you look at Halliburton's other lines, and mostly his three-point line. Him to make 4 threes is like plus 150. Some books have that closer to plus 170. And Halliburton, so you're assuming the under is probably around minus 200, minus 225 this season, or over the last 30 games, Halliburton's made 3 or fewer threes, averaging just 13 per game, going under in 24 of 30 games, 80%. So again, if he makes 4 threes, you tip your cap. You're like, whatever, you made 4 threes in a tough matchup. We'll live with it. But again, if he's not making the threes, where else is he scoring the points? Could he get to the free throw line? Sure, maybe. Maybe that's a good matchup. But again, banking on the guy getting to the free throw line is not really where you want to be if you're taking a guy's over. So I'd rather take his under. I think it's a good spot, under 18.5 points. I really like that one. You win parlay with Trae Young's over and points if you want. Those are my 2 favorite picks of the day. My third play, and it hurts to do this, will be day 1 of the ladder challenge. Man, it sucks that we lost on day 6 yesterday. Still, as I recommend, like as you had on the graphic, I recommend playing these for 1 unit plus $10. So the $10 are what we rolled over to 320. Cool. Let's just remember that started from $10 and not, a full unit, whatever that may be for you. Again, when you start with 1 unit, even if the ladder loses, we still make a good amount. So what did we last ladder? We went 5-1. So really we made 4 units basically minus $10, whatever that $10 is to you. It all depends on your unit size. But again, sucks that we're back on day 1. Giannis rebounds. There were so many other things I considered. But at the end of the day, I like that read. We can't really control it being a blowout. I don't think you'll see me take many guys for 8 rebounds ever again. Maybe Sabonis. I don't even think he got 8 rebounds last night. Just rebounds can sometimes be tough. You need the ball to bounce your way. And obviously, just me. But either way, we'll bounce back. Day 1 of the ladder challenge we posted later on this afternoon, as well as some other NFL videos we posted later today. Stay tuned for those. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Only 3 picks from me today. Let's try to go 3-0, bounce back after yesterday's debacle. And I certainly am confident we will do just that. Just whatever, 0-6. There's nothing I can do about that. We just have to move on and push past it. See you guys later for some NFL videos and day 1 of the ladder challenge. I'll see you guys then. Peace.